Hey everyone, happy Saturday. Thanks for tuning in this YouTube live event. I'm Waller's Wallet, and tonight I want to talk to you about some upcoming changes to the American Express Business Platinum, some issues that we're seeing with American Express applications, and talk about Delta, well, Delta just being Delta. And as always, I'll be answering your questions towards the end of this video. So let's start with the Business Platinum. So starting in February of 2019, the Business Platinum is going from the lowest annual fee from any Platinum card to the most expensive annual fee for a Platinum card. That's because the Platinum card is the Business Platinum card is raising its annual fee from $450 to $595 a year, which is an increase of $145. So what does that increase of $145 get us for in benefits wise? So starting in February, all these changes do go in effect in February. You're going to receive 1 year of access to WeWork, which is kind of like business offices as well as other offices around different parts of the world. What's being marketed by American Express is that they're going to give you Platinum Global Access, which has a value American Express is pegging at $2,700 value. Now, I looked for this on their website. I couldn't find any information regarding this Platinum Global Access plan and if that was realistically what the cost would be. So we'll see more information probably as this comes out. And at the same time, the Business Platinum is also going to start receiving $200 in statement credits per year from Dell. Now, I'm really hoping that you're going to be able to use this all at once, but realistically, with the way American Express works and how they divvy up their credits, I'm sure this is going to follow more of the Saks Fifth Ave credit. And you're going to be giving probably two $100 Dell gift card credits throughout the year, split up between probably January and June to December. Which I find this to actually be quite annoying. I just wish they would let us use that all at once. And for people who don't understand, like haven't shopped at Dell, Dell does actually sell more than just Dell computers, especially at the holiday time. There's a lot of higher rates for the cashback portals through Dell. Actually, this past year on Black Friday, we saw 20% cashback over from Top Cashback at Dell. And, you know, for some people, they might not shop at Dell to begin with or have a need for electronics. So this benefit might not be enough for them. Then at the same time, they're going to increase the hotel collection on-site credit from $75 to $100, which I've never used. And frankly, I've never really heard of anybody ever using this because I don't think it's a great benefit because of the fact the hotels seem to be a little bit more costly to begin with. So my thoughts on these changes, I think for most people, these additions are a dud. But that being said, you know, I don't think this benefits most people, but I think the WeWork benefit could actually benefit a smaller amount of people. And for those people, I think the big question for you is this really just a 1 year complimentary access, or is American Express working out a deal so that you can use this year after year? And if not, is really the only benefit that you receive from this card the $200 Dell statement credit for a $145 increase per year? Now, that Dell credit I think will be good for some people, but American Express always seem to be offering some sort of Dell American Express offer in addition to cashback portals or even point portals. So there's money to be saved at Dell to begin with. So I don't necessarily value that truly at a $200 credit as well. But if you're someone who's considering this card, the increased annual fee doesn't start until February of 2019. So you have time to decide if you do want to get this card and lock in that for the $450 fee, because it does have that 35% rebate, as well as gives you access to the lounges as well. So let's move on, I think, to some large news here from American Express. So there are people who are reporting that they're being denied bonuses from American Express, even though they did not reach or receive that pop-up message from American Express. Now, if you don't know, that message is telling people if you're eligible, because it's kind of looking at the other benefits of your eligibility. And I think this one is actually a bad look on American Express. You know, if American Express wants to have a pop-up menu to let people know if they're eligible for the bonus or not, then that message needs to work. They shouldn't be giving us a guessing game if they're going to retroactively remove our bonuses because they don't feel you're eligible for it at a future time. Frankly, if they want to do that, they should just remove it altogether and make it a guessing game if we're going to get that bonus. You know, I think this makes it a little harder for us to know if we're actually going to receive a bonus, and it's something we should keep an eye on, as well as something you should proceed with caution with American Express. And the other interesting piece from American Express, this hasn't been rolled out to everyone, and I hope, and maybe it will, maybe it won't, is that American Express has been asking people for bank account information to review your bank account for approval. And not only are they asking for that as thinking of a one time, the message actually says they're looking for ongoing access to your banking accounts. Now, it does say you can opt out at any time, but frankly, I'm not sure I want American Express or any other bank for that matter to have my banking account information at their fingertips. Now, if it was a standard for banks to verify financial income before they approved you for a credit card, that's one thing. But this is more along the lines of it's selective what American Express is doing, and I'm not a fan of that. And then, if I choose not to, are they going to just flat out deny me for the card, or is this kind of they're just prodding and hoping that I'm willing to give that information? So I think that's interesting. We'll see if that it rolls out to more people. I'm hoping not, but we'll have to see. And lastly, let's talk about Delta, because Delta is doing something or just is starting to roll something out, which I think is going to have a bigger downstream effect. So Delta has introduced basic economy award tickets. And frankly, I really think deep down, we all knew Delta was going to roll something like this out in the future, but that has started to occur as of now. So they're testing this out. I think they're testing it out, I think, from Charleston right now, but this will be expanding. I do think that within the next year, we're going to see this roll out to more of Delta's fleet, probably across their entire booking pattern. And for some of you, I think you might actually like this, right? Because some of you might not really care about your seating assignments or baggage allowance because you pack really light. And so you think this is really great that you're going to be able to book tickets lower. And for the time being, that might be true. I think my biggest concern here, and I think the larger issue with Delta, is the fact that I think eventually basic economy is going to become priced higher. So right now, I think what's going to happen is you're going to see a shift. Whatever the price for the main cabin is going to be, is going to shift over to basic economy. And then your main cabin is going to increase in cost. Your premium economy is going to increase, as well as your business, as well as your first class cabins on those Delta One suites. So I think this has a bigger impact than just the short term, I'll save myself 2,500 or 5,000 miles one way. At the same time, you have to consider the fact that once Delta rolls this out, you have to think United and American Airlines are going to follow suit at some point in the upcoming future. They're really pushing hard on these basic economy tickets. And by them doing this here, they don't have to give some of the same amenities, and they want to make you buy up and use more miles or upgrade your points as well. I did notice too, I did see an article that Delta also is letting you upgrade your flights with your miles as well, about 1 cent per point. I think it's a pretty bad redemption, but for some of you who are probably sitting on a lot of Delta miles, you might think it's worth it. I would probably reevaluate doing that, but that is an option for people to do as well. So I'm curious, what are your changes? What are your thoughts on these changes with the Business Platinum card, as well as Delta introducing basic economy award fares? I don't think I have any questions. Hey, D. Anderson and Richard, how you guys doing tonight? I want to thank you all for tuning in this YouTube live. If you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. Remember, I post new videos every Thursday. So if you like learning about credit cards, points, miles, cash back, or just flat out traveling for less, consider hitting the subscribe button down below. And I will see you all this Thursday. Safe travels and take care, everyone.